guys, I am dMiize Killer and I am bringing you a video showcasing all of the previous worlds that I have built, just showing you so you can get an idea of the things I can build, the potential I have for building things, so you can give me new ideas of what to build. Some of these worlds are castles, some of the castles have boats, some of the worlds are just houses that I built when the update came out for Minecraft, and some of them are just worlds that I've been playing on for a long time. Now this one is my smaller of the castles that I have, but it also has a boat in front of it. Now the boat is docked because it was supposed to be being built, but I built the whole thing. The castle I put a lot of detail into, but I'm not quite done with it. This is the captain's quarter of the boat. It's not that big and wouldn't expect it to be too big for a boat, but I think the boat is a pretty decent size. It's not too big, it's not too small. I had no idea of how to build a wheel in Minecraft, so I just did that. I mean, I do have big wheels, but I have no idea how to make one that big. This is the bottom of the ship. There's a little place where they make food and stuff. There's food inside the chest. I didn't feel like opening them. There's cannons on the side. There's a bunch of beds and stuff. And the cannons actually do shoot. I didn't show it because I can't really show it because I'm inside of it. But as you can see, it's kind of tight quarters. And there's a lot of cannons. So now we're going back up. And I think we're going to go to the top of the ship. Yeah, we are. Okay. So going up this, I didn't actually climb it. I just flew up it. Going to the highest point. Now I get a good view of the castle. It's a pretty decent sized castle, but it's not too big. It's not too small. I think I'm going to jump onto the... Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to jump down. Okay. So there's the cannons, by the way. There's little dispensers. Okay, so on the castle, I mean, the top of the castle is blue, so it's not like a normal castle, you know, where you have the walls and stuff you can shoot off of them. But I made the top of the castle blue just because it's kind of a mellow look to a castle. I mean, you expect a castle to be like some big thing with a bunch of armies and stuff, but I just felt like making a nice little castle, you know, no armed guards, no one trying to kill each other and stuff. So that'd be kind of a cool thing. Put a little heart in the middle. I just thought it'd look good there. So now we're gonna go inside of the castle. I have a little mini game, well, 2 mini games in. I don't know if I'd look at them. I probably don't. All right, so there's that. Now I'm gonna go up the stairs. Sometime. Okay. So you can't really see it right now, but stairs do go up a little bit. This is where everybody would eat. I had no idea what to put in here, so I just put that really long table, and then a lot of furnaces and a lot of chests. No, I didn't put anything in them, but I had no idea what to put here, so I just did that. And you can see a little creeper face on the side. I don't think I actually looked at it. But yeah, I'm just going along the whole thing. Nothing too special. Not the best room ever, but castle. Well, the wall does, or the stairs should go up a lot more, but I didn't want to put anything up there. So now this is the view you get off of the bridge. I didn't really go over it because it's not the best view, but you know, you can come in here and you can walk up on top of this. I don't really recommend it, but you can. You get a nice view of the ship, and it goes down. Be careful on the stairs because I'd fall down them all the time. And same things on the other side, and there's a nice little chandelier which is also on the other side, and so is what we're about to go into. Get a nice look at the chandelier here. Alright, now going in here, it's a fairly tall staircase, I think. It's not the biggest, but you know, gotta go up it somehow. It's a kind of neat looking staircase, and you go up here into the top of the tower. On the right, you get a good look at the castle, or of the ship. You can see the castle, yeah. And one more view. Okay, now this is the end of it. This is just another good look at the castle and the ship. Pretty cool looking place. Now this is my next castle. This one is a lot bigger, and for some reason I go over and look at that. I don't know why. I think I was talking to my mom or something, but yeah, this is a really big castle. I think I'm just going through it. This is it's an hourglass. I don't know why I have an hourglass, but I told someone to build a wonder of the world in here, and they built an hourglass. I have no idea why. This, I was gonna try to make a bow, but I didn't do a very good job at it. This one was a sword. It's kind of stubby looking, you know, broke off it or something. But so there's that. Now I do go back up into the top of it. You can see it's really tall, and you can kind of swim down this whole thing. I guess that was a kind of a neat idea. That, and I was running out of ideas of what to put into this castle because I have so many buildings in it. Now this next clip, I think I go into the main part of the castle. Yeah, the throne room, as some people call it. Now, I don't know why I put fire there. It's kind of intimidating, I guess. This castle is like the exact opposite of the other one. I wanted this one to be intimidating. Alright, now going up to one of the now going up the tower of the castle. It's a really confusing stairway. It's kind of annoying, but tried to make room for stuff. So this is the first level of the back tower of the castle. I don't know why I put 2 levels, but you know, you get a decent view, I guess. So you can kind of see it's a really big castle. And I'm going up to the top one, and I think I'm gonna fly around a little bit, give you a nicer view of the whole castle. There's that. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks kind of cool. And then going over some of the other parts of the castle, as you can see, it's a really big castle. And there's the main part, the little moat around it. Got a river going to the back. I mean, this castle probably took me over a month to build. I had a couple people help me. The little mill you saw off to the right, my friend Chocolate helped me build that. I forgot who built the Wonder of the World. I never had him on my friends list. He just joined and built that. Never got a chance to add him because he left as soon as he built it. But he was a pretty cool guy. So there's the little cool looking farm there. I don't know why I paused there, but okay, moving on. That kind of disintegrated a little bit, or deteriorated, sorry. Now going back to the hourglass, which is really big. There's a nicer view of the castle. You know, it's nothing too special, but it's a pretty big castle, I think. There's a lot more to it, which I'll be looking over here in just a minute as soon as this little clip is over. The castle itself, with all the stuff that I put into it, probably takes about 1/5 of the world in the Xbox Minecraft. So I think I'll show that at the end of this world, but it's a really big area that I used. So I'm not sure where. Oh yeah, I'm in the castle wall. It's really, really long. That's where part of the castle caved in. I didn't really feel like hiding any of the redstone, so I just kind of left it out there. And if you get into this chest and you take some of the redstone torches and you flick them on right there, you'll activate the dispensers right there and shoot a bunch of arrows, kind of like a trap. That was kind of a cool thing. And I do have one more trap, but I don't think I activate it yet, which has to do with that lava. And yes, you can probably guess, it drops it. Yeah, just look at the lever. I don't actually use it, so I don't want to have to clean it up. So moving on, I think I go over here to this. This is my little animal farm. I had to build the whole hill there. It was really annoying. Took me forever. It's a nice little place. I mean, where the guy lives is really small, but he's got a big barn next to him. And whenever I decide to go in there, there's a lot of animals here. I got pigs, sheep, cows, and chickens in the top. You'll see that in a minute. I have a lot of chickens. But as you can see, there's quite a few animals in here. There's a bunch roaming around outside. And there's all the chickens. There's one loose. He's always not in the pen, just walking around. Kind of annoying, but yeah. So I think I go into his little hut right now. Yeah, it's not that big. I mean, wouldn't expect too much from a farm boy. Now this is the bigger barn. I meant to make this a lot smaller, but it turned out to be really big. Now this is the wheat farm that I have, and pumpkin and melon farm, but it's a lot smaller. But the farm in this is probably the biggest farm I've ever seen. You'll see why in just a minute. But there's supposed to be 2 doors there. Someone broke one. But it's not that big of a house. I mean, it looks bigger on the outside, but it's not too big. Now here's the farm. When I decide to go up, you'll see it is really, really big. It took me like 6.5 hours or so to plant all of this, and then I had to put the water in and stuff. It just took me forever to build. But it is a really cool looking farm, I think. For as long as it took me to build it, I think it looks pretty cool. There's a little town that I have. I didn't really go into it too much, but it's basically an NPC village, and I took all the farms and just made them into some random stuff, some houses and stuff. So now this is, you can see where the castle is over there. It's just right beyond it. Now this is a big forest I had to put in, which was kind of annoying. And this is going to the second castle which I have in this world. So you can kind of get an idea of where I am. And walking, through the woods, dodging trees and stuff. Be a lot worse if there was mobs like creepers and skeletons and whatnot, because they'll come attacking you. Even though it's daytime, they'll hide in the trees. But it takes you a second to walk across here, and then you start to see a wall, and you're wondering what it is. And you can see that it's kind of another castle. Now this castle is a major part of the storyline I actually made for this whole world. Now basically, once the castle was created, there was some people who did not agree with the king, and they rebelled against him and went out beyond the woods to build this. It's not really much of a castle, but this is where all the rebels went, and there's exactly 70 of them, where there was. And they lived here, they trained, they had a lot of food. And eventually they went back to the castle and attacked it, which is why there's some damage done to the castle, the front of the castle wall and stuff. And you can see it's trying to keep a number of things. Now, every chest has exactly 70 things in it, or not 70 things, but like I have 70 of all the armor and stuff. I don't have 70 of swords or anything, because not everyone's going to have a sword. But anyway, so they failed miserably at destroying the king, because he just obliterated them, and left this here kind of as a message to anyone else. Now this is I think this is like a little hospital or something like that. But yeah, that's a lot of people end up going in there. So that's the basic storyline of it. It's nothing too special. Now there's the map. You can see how big it is now on the map. It takes about a fifth or a sixth of the map up. Now, where do I go from here? Okay, I get a little view of the village, and you can kind of get an idea of where everything is. Now going back to the castle, I think I go and flip the switch here in just a minute. Well, you can see how big the castle is now, and with all the other stuff in one shot. Okay, yeah, now go to hit the little button here, and you can see what it does to the whole castle. It just drops the lava right over the entrance of it, and nobody can get in. So that's that world. Now, this was just a big house I made. I ended up making it into an asylum. I don't know what for, but after I built the first 3 rooms or so, I kind of ran out of ideas and just started building some random stuff. This is the first room. It was really cool looking, I think. It's got a nice little water features and stuff. It's got a little kitchen over there, and then a potion kitchen thing on the other side. I thought there was some stuff in this chest and place to block the stairs there, but yeah, it's just kind of a nice little mellow place. I thought, anyways. Alright, now moving on to this next room. This is my library. I think it's probably the coolest library I've made. I like the torches on the top. I thought that was kind of cool looking. But this library kind of is 2 stories, and it's got some enchanting tables and stuff. I just thought that was kind of a neat little thing to put in here. Moving on to the next room, I have no idea why I put this here, but it's kind of like a TV lounge. Kind of looks stupid, but oh well. I'm probably going to end up going back someday and getting rid of it and putting something else here, but I just do not know what to put there, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Now this room is basically just a fountain. Like, as you can see, I was really out of ideas. It gets worse, trust me. But, just some random stuff. Now this room is, I think, yeah, this is the where people live and stuff. The rooms are really tiny, but what are you gonna do? It's just a place to sleep. Alright, now this is the storage area, facility, whatever you want to call it. It's also where miners go, in that little tunnel I go here in just a minute. Kind of a bad planning right there, but yeah, it's just a little cave. I never really explored it, but yeah, big drop, and I want to go down there. As you can see, there's a lot of chests up here. I was just placing them wherever I could. Now moving on to this room, this is just a stupid room. I'm probably going to get rid of it. It's just basically a bunch of nothing. I mean, it kind of looks neat, but kind of looks stupid at the same time. Now this last room originally was a bedroom. Yes, that was a bedroom. And I ended up making it just a pool house or something like that. I mean, it looked really cool as a bedroom, but I don't know why I got rid of it. I mean, it's a cool little place. It's got a lot of detail put into it. Or at least it did, and that's kind of slapped us all together. And that's basically all there is to this. I think I get a little shot of the outside here. It's kind of a nice looking commons ground, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And that's basically it. There's a nicer view of it. Now this is my, I called it the Temple of Gods. It's basically a temple with tombs in it and stuff, and a nice looking bird on top. This is probably the most detailed thing I've made. And even though it's really small and stuff, I made it right outside of NPC Village. Now everything I have, I don't really go over it, but I have a lot of stuff. It's all legit, and I actually created all of this legit. I may have gone in creative to put the mossy cobblestone on the bottom, but that's about it. Okay, and the bird on top. But other than that, all of it's legit. I found a stronghold and stuff to put all that. This is like the main tomb where the god was, and this is like his children or something like that. I didn't really come up with any storyline for that, but I just thought it was a really cool thing to build, and I thought it looked really good when I was done with it. As you can see, there's little guards and stuff. One of them's holding, or a couple of them are holding swords and whatnot. He's got a torch in his butt. Alright, here's a nice little view of the bird. I can kind of go up the stairs of it. There's a little pit of death right there. You can't really do anything about that once you get in there. But here's a nice little view of the bird itself. I tried to make it kind of like what was it, a hawk or something, but it looked okay. I just call it a bird after that. And there's a view of the town. I have a really big chicken farm right there if you can't see it. But yeah, it's nothing too special now. Now this, I played a very, very long time on this map. There used to be 2 mountains right here, but I completely leveled the whole thing. And all of this I did do in survival. None of it was in creative. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a little bell. I think I go over and show you how I made it and stuff. Nothing too special, but it's kind of neat. But this took me forever to get all the wool for this place. I just think it's a really, really nice looking house, I guess you'd call it. It goes underground too, so I thought that was kind of a cool thing. And I'm going through the redstone. It's kind of complicated if you're not good with redstone, but if you're good with redstone, you'd think this is stupid, and I didn't do a good job of building it, but yeah, whatever. Alright, now, as you can tell, this was all created before stackable foods and stuff. So that's how you know it was legit, because you didn't have creative back then. I just thought that was kind of funny. Those are supposed to be like little, whatchamacallits, but one of them has a lever which opens this. This is where people duplicated stuff, so I just put them all in this chest right here. It's kind of annoying because I hate when people duplicate stuff. I think I have one more chest somewhere else where that is. I'm not entirely sure. I forgot where it was. But, so yeah, this is just a nice little place made out of wool. Right in between 2 mountains I made it too. I like to use pressure plates on some of these places. Now this is the underground part. A lot of redstone and stuff. I'm just curious of what I have in here, because I haven't played this world for a long time. And it took me till now to realize I could not get in that chest. Don't know why it took me so long, but right now this is a little tree farm that I have. Don't get a very good look at it, but that's basically it. And then down here is my wheat farm, which I also have underground. And a little source of lava right there for throwing stuff away. Alright, this is where my other chest was. I don't know if there's anything in it or not. Yeah, there's a lot of diamonds. Yeah, that's where people duplicated diamonds. I just put them in there. I never used them, so that's just where you put all the wheat and stuff, and that's the wheat farm. It's not too big, but it gets the job done. So, and going back up, if I ever can get up there. This is going into my little bedroom and storage area. Got some random stuff in there and stuff in there. A lot of arrows. I like to shoot arrows. And a lot of buckets. This is my little storage area. I keep everything clean. I usually get rid of the stuff that I don't use very often just because I don't like having it. But I do have a lot of cobblestone. Not a lot of wood though. I've always run out of wood for some reason. But you know, it's nothing too special, but it's really cool looking, I think. I like this world. It was probably one of my favorite worlds that I played in survival. I saw something right there. I don't know what I was doing, but I think I saw something. But I didn't really get a look at my portals over there. I think I'll go back later, but it's kind of cool looking. This is the outside of it. I've got like another little cave going down there, or tunnel. And then my little fire pit. I thought it was kind of cool looking. This is my mob spawner, which I ironically build my house right next to. Now it's a fully functional XP grinder. They just go through, follow the water up, and then fall down and almost die and stuff. Most of you have already seen it. And I think I go back here and look at look at the portals. I never really went in there very much, because I don't like the Nether. Now this next room or building was going to be a big storage building, but I never once used it. I just built it, put some chests in it, and called it a day. My friend built this little redstone contraption there. I didn't feel like doing it, so I asked him to. But yeah, as you can see, I just didn't do anything with it. But it's kind of cool looking, so that's why I built it. Now this is my redstone contraption room. This is where I just built some random stuff with the redstone. Saw how it worked and left it there. A little minecart timer. And this was, people like to mess with this one, but this is my just another timer that's a little faster. Shoots stuff a little quicker. Get it to work here in just a minute. I always forget I have to break the block in the circuit, not that. It'll go down, and then you gotta flick the switch. Nobody gets that. You have to actually flick it for it to work right. Now this is my what I go to in a minute. My cobblestone generator. It never worked too well for me for some reason. I don't know why, but it kind of generates cobblestone. I used more cobblestone to build it than I did actually. I'm getting cobblestone from it. Now, this is my the double doors. I never got them timed right. They just didn't want to be timed at all. So I got that from Tabulator. If anyone's seen his videos, I was following the instructions he had. He's a really good guy with redstone. He's a genius with it. So this is my the other side of my XP grinder. You know, you come here, you whack the zombies in the face and collect the food from them, or not the food, the XP and stuff. Now this is actually the only thing I went into creative afterward to make. I had a bigger arena here at one point, but I tore it down because I didn't like it, and I rebuilt this. This was the last thing I built in Minecraft, or in this world. It was kind of a neat little world. Door is annoying. So you come in here, you drop off all your stuff, you set your spawn, you come over here, you grab a set of armor, some tools and stuff, bow and arrow, put your stuff in there. I don't think there's anything in there. And then when I say go, you push the little button and everybody runs out into the arena. It's the same on both sides. Now some refills and stuff back there. I think I go over there in just a minute. But you can get like food and swords and stuff to shoot through the dispensers. Now the objective of this is to run up this wall right here, or these stairs. And you're supposed to grab one block at a time. I think I grabbed all of them. And place it into your chest on the other side. In the little building I go into here in just a second. And once you've collected all 5 of them, somebody on your team takes them all. And I think I'll show you in just a minute. Goes to the center and creates the tower. I'm just showing the stuff you can get from there and some stuff in here and whatnot. But so you take the stuff and you bring it up here and you go onto your side. You put the obsidian and then the 4 blocks. And yes, I did get that idea from Rooster Teeth and their Tower of Pimps. I thought it was just kind of a cool little thing. And that's how you win that mini game. Now this over here, somebody took, well, they got a bucket from me of lava, which was really annoying. But they took it and placed it on a tree and created that somehow. I do not know how that came out, but yeah, I mean, it looks really cool, so that's why I left it and kind of made it into something. I never really finished what I was doing. I was gonna let my friend make it into a house or something like that, but he never really got to it. It's really cool looking, I think. Once I got the tree out and all the lava and whatnot, replaced the floor with wood. Now the last, well, actually I get a good look at this first. But the last thing I go to is it's the little beacon I made because I kept losing this place when I go look for other mob spawners and stuff. And I think I do have one more in here, but I didn't show it. I just get a quick look right here at the little beacon I made. A lot of fire, a lot of lava. Now this is my competition house. I just thought it was kind of a cool thing. Me and my brother and his girlfriend were all having a competition to see who can make the nicest house. And this is what I came up with. I thought the floor being bedrock would be kind of a cool thing, but it's a nice little place, I think. It's got a little pool there, even though it's on an island. Got a little kitchen stuff. I just thought it kind of looked cool. We never really had the competition and said who won, but I think mine probably would have won because my brothers didn't really look that good, and I never saw his girlfriend's. This is the bedroom. I try to make the bedrooms look really cool. I'm not the best at it, but I think sometimes they come out pretty good. A lot of times they come out terrible, though. But a lot of books. Now, I have a little boat dock right out here. You can one last look at the little house that I have. Okay, now this is the boat dock. You just, if I can move, oh, there's the chest. Where you go grab the boats. Don't know why I did that. And if I can get in one. I'm not good at boats, by the way, so I might like crash into something. But you drive the boat over to here, like 3 feet. Otherwise, didn't make a small bridge. And you go up to this little place up here. Now it was a huge lava pit, but I kept shrinking it down and down and down. So it's now it's just like a little place to sit and watch lava flow. But it's kind of neat looking, I think. A lot of obsidian. That was a lot bigger, as I just said. I think the outline of glowstone really made it look a lot cooler. And I think when I was filming this, I forgot I had a little house right there, and I go into it here in just a second. Now this is like where guests would stay. Don't know why in the world I have that taking up the majority of the place. I just thought it was kind of cool looking. But this is the little place where they stay at. It's kind of neat looking, I guess. Not too big, not too fancy. Alright. Get one last look. Little windows and stuff. So I think it's a pretty cool looking house and whatnot. Alright, now this next place I'm about to go to is just a house I built when the 1.9 update, I believe, came up. I don't really get a good look at it because I edited it wrong. But it's just a small little house, you got your enchanting tables. A little bed right there. You got a brewing stand over here somewhere. And then I tried to build a warp farm there, but I didn't realize that they don't grow outside of the nether. I think I'll go into the nether here in a minute. I played on this world in survival for a little bit, but then I decided just to go into creative and build everything else. I built it right next to an NPC village, and I have a little barn full of animals and stuff. I had a mushroom cow, but for some reason he disappeared. This part of the nether that I spawned in had a lot of gas in it, so I just encased myself in a little bit of stone. Made a little warp farm, and that's about it. Alright, going back out, you can see the farm. Kind of looks like the house when you get a better view of it. But I got some animals in it. I had a lot more at one point. I don't know where they went, but I think they just like disappeared or despawned or something when I was mining or something. But here's a little better look of the house. Kinda. I just kind of rush around. NPC village behind it. Alright, now this place is the first big place I ever made. It's probably my favorite of everything I've ever done. This I created before the first update of Minecraft came out. So when it first came out, me and my friend Matt, we both made a world and created this. Took us about 3.5 months, I believe. And his room was the blue and white one. He never finished it. But got a lot of stuff in it. I have a lot of different storage places, and I keep getting rid of stuff for some reason. But I never duplicated this world. I never went into creative to make anything. All of it's legit, believe it or not. I have 13 dogs, I believe. I may be wrong, but wait, no, I take that back. There's one thing I duplicated, which is obsidian, and you'll see why in a minute. Now this building holds the first redstone contraption I've ever made, and it is terrible. All I wanted to do was open the door a little longer because that door would not stay open. And it took me, I think, about 3 hours to make this, and it's just stupid. People who are good at redstone will just look at this and they just know it's a nightmare. I mean, it didn't even keep the door open longer, it just delayed opening it. There's really no point in building it, and it got stuck all the time. Alright, now this room over here, building over here is just a bunch of guest rooms. I don't think I go into it too much. Maybe show one room or something. And we had a lot of people come in and create buildings and stuff. Now this was a fountain, a recreation of the fountain, which is about 10 blocks over where that sign is. But it was the first thing that was here. Or it wasn't actually a fountain, it was just a little pool. We made it into a fountain when we built the first house. But this is my mom's house. I built this for her because she wanted me to build something in Minecraft, so I built that. That's an obsidian house. I built these for my friends. Or they're not really my friends, they're just kind of annoying, so I built them in an obsidian house. Below the wood is encased with obsidian, so if they ever annoyed me, I just place obsidian and block them in. This was some random person's house. I had them on my friends list for like 2 hours. They built this and then they left, and I never talked to them again. I don't know why they built it, but yeah. Okay, now this is my pool. It's kind of a neat looking pool. And this is a hot tub room. Matt named that. Took me forever to get all that lava. I think it took me over an hour to get all of it. It's a little tree farm because half of this world's in a desert biome. And if you did see that, yes, there's a small little castle I built. The first castle is probably my favorite thing that I built, or one of them. I say that about everything, but this is my friend Tyler's house. I tried to convince him to like Minecraft, and I made his house completely encased, or I made the inside of his wall, his wall completely of TNT. I was gonna blow him up as soon as I got him to, or if he didn't say he liked it. He never once played the game, so never got a chance to do it. I've blown it up like 5 times. It creates a massive crater in the world and blows up like all the buildings around it and stuff. It's just a random little bakery. Got ingredients and whatnot. And then here in just a second we get a good look at the castle. I was really proud when I made this because it was all legit and it just looked really cool for when I made it and stuff. I was so proud when I made this. I went and stayed the night at my friend Matt's house, and we took about 7.5 hours to create this. We were not very good at Minecraft, but we had a lot of diamonds first off. I think we had over a stack of diamonds by the time we were done with this world. And a lot of wool. The whole floor is made out of wool, I think. Now in this castle, I do have a couple cannons at the top they kind of shoot. And I also do have a prison at the bottom, which I think I go to right now. Yeah. Which, a lot more obsidian, by the way. The only things I duplicated was obsidian. You lock them in there, they can't really get out. Nothing too special. Alright, going up to the top, you get a kind of a cool looking view of the whole thing. Here's the cannon. The button doesn't do anything, but that activates it. I think the button actually does it too. Yeah, it's a kind of a cool looking view. Break my way out of here. I forgot to go in this building behind me, but it's just a barracks. It's kind of cool looking, but I didn't feel like going back and looking just at that and adding it to this video, so yeah. you get what you get. Alright, now I think I'll go over here in just a minute after I show you this. Really big obsidian wall, by the way. It was really annoying whenever we misplaced a block of obsidian. It took like 3 minutes to get rid of it. Now the spawn point in this game was right in the middle of the water, so I decided to put a little house there for a spawn point so you don't drown yourself. Alright, and if you were paying attention, there is one building I did not go into, which I'm about to go into. Now it leads a really, really long railway, which we got that achievement for, whatever it's called. It used to be above ground, but I put the whole thing below ground, which took me forever to do. It was the worst idea I've ever had, but I finally got it done, and I thought it looked pretty cool. And like I said, it's a really, really long ride, so... Alright, I think I'm coming up to the end here in just a minute. You'll have to be very fast when you look at it, but you'll get a glimpse of the building that I'm going to. Right there. And you're in it. Alright, this is my kind of Assassin's Guild, I guess. That's what I'd call it. I was going to make this another castle, but I put a roof on it. I'll show you what it took me to build that roof here in just a few minutes, but you got your little archery, your little training grounds and stuff. Grab the bow and arrow. I'm not gonna be good at this because I can't see anything, but you know, you get the point. You just shoot them, have fun with it and stuff. There's a little storage area. Yeah, and not too many things in it. I never really went in here too much. I just built it and left it. This was probably the last thing I built in this world, just because I was bored of it and wanted to go to another world. And the last place I go to, well, last little bit in this building I go to, is where the assassins would meet up to talk about their assignment and receive their assignment. You go up here, you sit down there and listen to the guy blabber on about stuff. And this is where they all sleep. And it's really tight space, but they'll live with it. So you go back here, you put your food in the furnace, you make it. You sit down, you eat it. Then you come up here, well, in a minute. And you go train, then you go assassinate somebody, come back, sleep. The usual. And that's just about it for this video. I think I go through and show you what it took to make the roof of this, which is all sandstone. I destroyed an entire mountain of sand basically, which is right there. And I think I do that like 4 times. I don't know why I'm stopping, but in just a minute. I built the little duck. I don't know why. Alright, there's the first thing I destroyed. And there's a pretty large amount of sand came from that, but that didn't really do much for me. And that little mountain that you quickly got a glimpse of was a lot higher than it was there. There's some craters I made of TNT. Just trying to get all the sand that I could from it. And then a lot more at the bottom. It was all level at one point. And then there's another glimpse of the little mountain right next to the building. That, like I said, that was probably about 50 blocks higher, but I leveled the whole thing with TNT. Here's another area where I just took some TNT and had fun with it, gathering more. And that's about it for this video. I am in the process of a Let's Build right now, and it'll probably take me a while. But if you guys want any suggestions or if you want to help me, leave a comment and I'll get to them soon. I'll be posting the first Let's Play or Let's Build in probably a couple of days or so. I'm not going to have it go block by block, but I'll just show you the progress I'm making. And you'll find out what it is on the first video. I won't say it right now. But that's about it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe. You guys know